Quantity Radio. Welcome to a special solo episode of Quantity Radio. I just wanted to tap in for a little bit because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. And y'all, I feel like I've been going through it a little bit. I feel like, so those of you that don't know, I deal with a little bit of anxiety, just having the grinding of the teeth. I'm jumping right on into it. So, just the grinding of the teeth, the constant thoughts that be coming to my head, and not anything crazy, but just like I always have to be on the move. Like I'm doing something, worried about the next thing, worried about the next thing after that, worried about the next thing after that. When I sit down to relax, it's like I need to get up and do something, and it's been a little intense, and sometimes I find myself trying to do something, just to keep busy, just to keep from the things that's, I'm dealing with and what's going on in life, and, always just trying to distract instead of reset and relax. And I know I always talk about self-care Sunday, and I'm really putting it down hard on myself right now that I need to go back into my program. I need to do my self-care. Self-care is not just going out with the girls and getting brunch and doing these things. And it's very, very good to be booked and busy, but not booked, busy, and depleted. I do not believe in being depleted and exhausted, just from running and going. I always say that, but then I find myself doing that, and it's not because it's what I want to do, is what my brain is telling me to do. So anybody out there struggling with anxiety and having these anxious thoughts and always having that, I feel like anxiety and ADHD is like going hand in hand with me right now. It's like I'm, going to do something, I do this and I do that, and I'm thinking about this and I'm going to do that. It's like, okay, girl, sit down, relax. And it really takes me to have to sit myself down, like force myself to sit down so I can relax. And for anybody out there that is going through that, I know it's like it's a struggle. It's a struggle. But I want you to be able, and I'm talking to myself, like me doing this and saying this right now, I'm really saying it to myself because I need to sit down and I need to focus. I had just talked about being okay with putting my phone on D&D. Like, put your phone on Do Not Disturb, because the moment I sit down and try to relax, I'm getting a phone call or, a notification might pop up on my phone that causes me to go and check it out. Now I'm, a TikTok notification, an Instagram notification, and now even if someone texts you, now you're just on your phone now, and phones have become a big distraction. And I'm wondering, just taking it back to my high school years when I was on Twitter and really like heavy on that, doing the follow for follow trains and promoting people and getting myself out there, and just trying to gain a name for myself online and create an online presence. I feel like now I hear these things coming on the radio. Yes, I listen to the radio sometimes in the morning. But I hear these things come on the radio. It's like, okay, if your child has had, depressive disorder, anxiety, and, suicidal thoughts and things like that from being on social media, being on these social media platforms, that it may have played a part of that. And so I'm like, okay, well, I see the connection in a way for myself, that okay, when we're online so much and everything has gotten so shortened, to where they literally call it shorts. Like I'm watching shorts on YouTube. I'm watching reels. It started with, I want to say it started with Vine. Vine was like, okay, I can't remember how many seconds, but you had like under 10 seconds to make somebody laugh, and then that became our attention span, and which kind of reprogrammed our brains in a sense to just be like, okay, my brain is hyperactive now. I'm only focusing on this for so long, and then I just can't, like, people can't even sit down in a movie for 2 hours, an hour and a half, and watch things, because it's like, okay, what's next? I need something else. And that has become the narrative for a lot of people, and including myself. I can sit down and watch something, but I'm just saying my brain is moving from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, and it's not healthy. I feel like I have to reset myself, and I have to retrain my brain to go back to what it knows, and that's sitting in silence, and like I said, put that phone on do not disturb, put my phone on silent, sit in silence, and just sit in the present. I'm always thinking about something. Like, my brain is always thinking about something. I want to focus on nothing so bad. Like, you don't even know. I want to focus on something, on nothing so bad, because my brain is always going, it's always on something, to the point to where when I fall asleep, sometimes I wake up with headaches, because my brain just won't shut off. I'm always thinking, and I'm speaking right now to my entrepreneurs as well. When you have a business, when you have something going for yourself, you're trying to get something off the ground, or you currently have your business and you're trying to elevate it and go to the next level. It's like, what's next? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Like, sometimes we need to just sit in the moment. Like, we just need to sit and relax, because sometimes it can just be so much. It's hard to think when you have to think about your business, when you have to think about your children, when you have to think about everything else besides yourself and your mental sanity, your mental peace, your mental health. And it's like, okay, well, if I was to fall out and collapse right now, it wouldn't be no business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to take those days. You have to take those mental health days. And I strongly believe we should all have mental health days. I know some jobs do have them. Me working at my 9 to 5, I don't think I do have mental health days. You just gonna take a day off and call it that. But I feel like it should be a designated mental health days. Just how you get sick time, you get your vacation time, your PTO. I feel like you should have at least 3 mental health days, and that should be incorporated, because it's a lot of stuff going on too. I want to talk about that. It's a lot of stuff going on around us. It's a lot of stuff with the government, from dealing with what's next, like what's gonna happen now, what laws gonna go into place now, what price is gas gonna be now, what's gonna happen with me and my family. I gotta pay this rent, I gotta do this and do that. It's a lot of stuff going on, and we're still trying to thrive, and we're still trying to be the best mother, be the best father, be the best cousin and the friend, and be the best business person that you could be. But it's like, oh my God. So I really want everybody to take a day. Like, I know it's the end of the month, but don't let this month end without taking some time for yourself. And not just for this month, for all the months. Like, every month, like, make sure you schedule yourself something. I don't even care if it's just one day out of the month where you're just like, phone on silent, I'm kicking back in the backyard. If you can't even, I'm not saying go to nowhere lavish. If you can afford to go somewhere lavish and take a vacation, or, do a staycation, kick it in your backyard and relax, and, whatever is your place of relaxation, whatever brings you peace. You could be by yourself, it could be with your loved ones, whatever it may be, but just take a break, take a chill pill. I really want everybody to do that, and I'm definitely gonna do that for sure. I just, with this weekend and everything like that, I'm like, you know what? I have a day off of work this week. I am going to relax. I am not going to do anything. I'm not going to run errands, because then, we have your days off, and you work a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. It's like you want to go home, and on the weekends you do everything else. No, I'm going to stay home all day. I might go for a walk, that'll be somewhere when I do leave the house. But as far as driving, going anywhere, I'm gonna make sure all that stuff is done before I start my mental health day, my relax day, my reset day, my just me day. I just want to relax. I just want to just kick back and enjoy my own company, and read a book, or just sit in silence, do some exercises, things like that, whatever, and just really tune into myself and to my brain. I want my brain to focus on nothing for a change, because my brain is always focused on something. And it's okay, because sometimes I know people feel guilty, like if I sit down and do nothing, it's like, I'm not doing anything. But it's okay. I had to come to terms with myself. It's okay. I know I do a lot, so it's okay for me to sit down and not do nothing sometimes. And if someone doesn't understand that, that's on them. I can't take it personal. I'm currently diving into the book Let Them by Mel Robbins. And I'm just like, you know what? I can't control how other people feel and what they think. As long as I'm moving righteous and I'm doing what's best for me at the end of the day, and standing strong on my morals, beliefs, and my values, then that is that's what I'm doing, and I can't have a problem with that, and I can't help how other people see me at the end of the day. You can't help how other people see you. You have to do what's best for you. Whatever that looks like to you, you have to do that. So if you're going through, some struggles, and your brain is just not programmed right now, you have to sometimes you just got to step back and reprogram your brain. Journal, take that walk. Walking is really good. And like I said, it seems like a lot of people are going through depression, anxiety, just different mental health battles in a totality that is just like, I feel like we all need. I feel like well, whatever, whoever's in office right now, I know that's probably not gonna happen, but it should definitely be a day of peace, of rest, where everybody is just zen. And I feel like that would help so much. And I can't remember where I read this at, or seen it at. It was like they used to play like the bells and like the sounds and things like that through the speakers throughout the city. And that, I feel like that would actually be good. Let's get some sound bowls. Like, do I gotta start this myself? Like, that's gonna be putting something more on me, but I would just love that. Like, if I could get together with somebody and just play some sound bowls and just relax and get everybody zen. It's much needed in the world right now. It's just a lot. Everything is a lot right now. um it really is, and it's just important to tune into yourself and make sure you put yourself first sometimes. Shout out to all the caring, selfless people that constantly put everybody first. But just remember to take time for yourself and do things for you to regroup yourself before you go back into doing your work. It's really important. And if you need help, I will list some resources below in the description, and just like some advice and things like that. You can always DM me. You can always reach out to me. I don't have all the answers, but I will have a word that I think is very important, because a lot of people don't have that person to talk to. So, yeah, just take it easy. Take it easy. Let it be light. If your load is heavy right now, lighten your load just for a day. I really, really, really am just a firm believer in that. Just because it's getting to the point where I need to take that advice for myself, and me just looking out at the world and everything that's going on right now. Everything's party and fun, and a lot of people are doing escapism right now, and drinking or smoking or partying or whatever your vice may be. But even just seeing things from a sober, clear mind can really brighten your look on the things that's happening right now. If you really just get yourself together and get yourself better, then things will start to look up, and things will start once when it help us deal with the problem, instead of running away from it. So I just wanted to come on here and say that, with it being Mental Health Month, and wishing everybody peace, love, and just elevation, of course. But take care of yourself, and everything else will be there after you're done taking care of yourself. So it's been another episode of Quan Radio. It was short, but I felt like this message was very much needed, and I'm gonna take that on right now. As soon as I turn this camera off, you guys, I am literally I'm gonna go and take care of myself for the next day and a half. I really am. So peace and love.